Bye, Mose. Love you so much. Clean up a little bit. Have a good day. What is going on, you guys? My name is Josh, also known as Harry Tornado, and my full-time job is selling things on eBay and making YouTube videos about it. And today, I'm gonna head to a couple thrift stores. There's a few Goodwills I'm gonna hit up. We're gonna go to a nice Salvation Army, and we're gonna be looking for things that I could sell on eBay. Today is December 1st, so we're trying to end off 2020 on a bang. So let's get out there and see what profitable items we can find. So my first stop of the day is going to be this dual Goodwill. One side is a retail store, which just has regular prices, and the other side on the end down there is like a outlet or clearance center type of Goodwill. It's also called the Goodwill bins, and that's where everything is kind of like put into big bins, and you have to dig through it, and you pay it by the weight. So I've gone here multiple times. Usually it's a lot of junk, like 98% junk, but I've occasionally found some really good stuff in there. So I'm going to go into the retail side first, see if we can find some cool shoes or electronics or something to flip, and then if we don't find anything, we'll head over to the bins after that. So I'm gonna do a voiceover here because there was this lady standing right next to me, and it's kind of awkward trying to talk to you guys while somebody's standing that close to me. I was looking at a few pairs of shoes here. I picked up this pair of Danskos, which is normally a good brand, but these had a little bit of too much wear on the bottom, and picked up a couple other pairs. This pair of Nike Air Maxes would have been really good, but the air bubble on the bottom was broken. Anytime you find a pair of Nike Air Max shoes, you want to make sure you squeeze that bubble on the bottom to make sure it's nice and firm, because if it's popped, if it's got a hole in it, they are worthless. This pair was in good shape, but it's a little bit too small for me to try to sell. This pair of cleats was pretty good condition, but I mean, you can get brand new cleats at Marshalls and Ross for like 10 bucks nowadays, depending on the size. So those usually don't bring a lot of money. That pair right there was in a little bit of bad condition. Those New Balance cleats were missing some cleats. Pearl Izumis were borrowed on the bottom. A lot of good brands today, but just they all had their own issues. You know, the pair of SAS shoes right there that were bald on the bottom, I just couldn't really find much going on until I found this pair of Brooks men's running shoes. These are men's size 14, very, very big shoe, but in very good condition. Very minimal wear to the bottom, no heel or ankle wear or anything like that. So I went ahead and picked those up for $6.50. I don't normally buy clothes, but this is a nice North Face men's hoodie, like zip-up hoodie. Big North Face patch on the front. I've never seen anything like this before. Nothing on the back, no stains or anything either, though. That's not a stain. I think it looks pretty good. I wish it was a bigger size. Men's medium is kind of small. You'd want to look for maybe like a large or extra large, but this is only going to be $5.75. So I think I'm going to pick this up. I think I can probably get maybe 20-25 bucks for it plus shipping. I do sell most of my stuff on eBay, but I do like to come back here to the furniture section to look for like small pieces that I could put up on Facebook Marketplace. I don't really see anything standing out at me today, but just a couple weeks ago I found like this wall shelf at Salvation Army for 20 bucks, and I sold it the very next day on Facebook for like 75 or so. So don't ignore the big stuff back here in the furniture and sports goods section, because you can find some smaller profitable items that you could easily flip on Facebook. But like I said, I don't see anything incredible back here today. A lot of artwork, and sometimes this stuff is like really overly priced. Like that's a big painting, but they want 20 bucks for it. Well, that's not terrible, but I don't think that would be a very fast seller, so that's not something I'm gonna get into. But again, don't ignore this section just because you don't want to ship the items. You can always flip them locally. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. That and a pair of shoes. All right, so we got the pair of Brooks shoes and the North Face jacket. We've spent like 12 bucks altogether. I just rounded up my change for the Goodwill Job Connection program, but I think the Brooks shoes are in pretty good condition. They're a bigger size. They're like a men's 13 or so. So they might take a little bit longer to sell, but we should be able to get like 30-35 bucks for those plus shipping. And then like I said, on the North Face hoodie, we should be able to sell that for about 20-25 or so plus shipping. So not too bad. I just talked to our friend over there at about the bins, and she said they haven't put anything out today, so I'm not gonna go over there. It's pretty much a waste of time. If you don't get there right when they put out the new stuff. It's really, really hard to find any profitable items. So I'm just gonna skip the bins for today, and we're gonna go to whatever the next thrift store is. So there's this app called TikTok. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with that. I've uploaded a few TikToks in my day, but none of them went viral or anything like that, and I just kind of lost interest. But my friend Jess, she has a YouTube channel called Gorgeous. I'll link it below. She's made a few reselling TikToks on the platform, and some of them have really taken off. And she'll make, you know, a video talking about how she got a shirt at Goodwill for $3 and sold it for 40, and people just rip her apart in the comment section on those TikToks. People just have this mindset that thrift stores are only for poor people, and you shouldn't buy things to resell from thrift stores because that's the only place poor people can get clothes, and this is gentrification, and you're stealing from Goodwill, and blah 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 blah. And it blows my mind that so many people have this mindset that thrift stores are only for poor people. If that were true, one, thrift stores would probably go out of business because they have to make money to stay afloat. They can't just accept, I mean, they do get most of their donations for free, but they have to sell stuff to be able to pay the bills and you know, raise money for their charitable activities. You know, Goodwills in my area, they take their profits and put it towards what's called the Job Connection Program, which is basically where they help people that are struggling with job placement and help them fill out resumes and do job applications and get interviews and things like that, things that actually help the community. And if it wasn't for people like me spending literally thousands and thousands of dollars at Goodwill every year, they wouldn't have the money to be able to fund that program. So thrift stores, yeah, I guess poor people can get stuff at thrift stores, but you could also get brand new items at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and things like that for just slightly more than Goodwill prices. So I don't personally think that Goodwills are only for poor people. I think that is ridiculous. But let me know in the comments of this video, are thrift stores only for poor people? Are resellers stealing from poor people? Are we abusing Goodwill? I'm curious. Let's get controversial. That's always fun. Pulling up to this new Goodwill right here. Well, not new, but I haven't been here in about a month or so, so there should be a lot of good items for us to dig through today. Get this out of your way.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I got some bricks. Oh, they're tore up on the side there. This store usually has some pretty good shoes. Let's see if we can find something. Well, right as I say, this store usually has a lot of good shoes. They don't have anything. I went over the whole section. I mean, there's a few pairs that would be kind of decent, but they had some issues, and so I didn't see anything worth picking up today. Okay, so I've been around basically the whole store. I went over through the furniture and stuff over here. There's more furniture over here. Went down all the hard good aisles. There's just not a lot of stuff here in general. Like, I mean, the shelves are just pretty bare, and I have not found anything of any significant value. I did see one like tape deck player, like a vintage JVC like cassette tape deck player. I think there's one sold comp for like 40 bucks plus shipping, and they want like $12 for it, but I'm not interested in shipping something that big just for that amount of profit. So I'm probably gonna pass on that. I'm going back through the store one more time to see if I missed anything, but I don't think I did. But it sucks to drive all the way out here and not get a single thing to flip. But there's just not a lot of stuff here. It's just how it goes sometimes. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. I only come to this Goodwill about once a month or so because it's so far out of my way. Sometimes I find really good stuff, and today I didn't find anything at all. But that's just kind of the risk you have to take as a reseller. To get out there and consistently find really good items all the time, you have to consistently source. Whether you're sourcing via thrift stores or garage sales, the more thrift stores you hit, the more garage sales you hit, the more stores you do retail arbitrage at, you're gonna have a statistically increased chance to find really good items. That's just how it works. So you gotta take some chances sometimes, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. See anything over here? This is like the expensive shoe section. Oh, by the way, I've had another Goodwill. I didn't have a chance to do the intro because I met a subscriber. I pulled up in the parking lot, and he just immediately started talking to me, and he recognized me from YouTube, so shout out to him. We're gonna get in here to this Goodwill and see if we can find anything. Typically, this Goodwill is very expensive, and it doesn't really have a lot of good stuff, but occasionally you can find some good stuff. I really haven't found anything in this store either. They have a bunch of these like new sealed games up here, like Top Gun, but these are $12.97. They've got some 7 Wonders sealed games for $22.97, which is actually more expensive than eBay. So those would be good if they were a fair price, but definitely no money to be made on those. I can at least look in the stuffed animal bin over here to try to find something for Mose to play with. Yeah, I'll give him that Carolina monkey. I've looked everywhere in the store and I don't see anything worth picking up at all. There were a few decent shoes, I guess, but they were like overly priced. They were like 15 bucks a pair. And the other shoes that were the regular price, $6.50, were just in really, really bad condition. The sealed board games over there were too expensive. Looked in the toys, I looked in the clothes, I looked at the golf clubs. It's just not much here. So I'm just gonna get this toy for Mose and be on my way to the next thrift store. Now I'm here at my local Salvation Army family store. They're just about to open up at noon. It's like 11:58 or so, so the door should be opening up any second now. And I'm really hoping we find some good stuff in here. We've been to 3 Goodwills and only found something at 1 of those. So this is not a very good thrifting video. So hopefully we get some redemption here at the Salvation Army. Of SAS timeout shoes, pretty good condition. Insoles look good, bottoms look good. $5.99. I'll grab them. Excuse me. See anything? These are really cool. I'm gonna get these. So that Salvation Army trip wasn't too bad. We picked up 2 pairs of shoes. These New Balance shoes, once cleaned up, should sell for, I don't know, maybe like 20, 25 bucks or so. They may need new laces since that one's kind of fraying, but and they've got a little bit of dirt on the toe right there. But overall, not too bad in condition. These were only $5.99. And then I picked up these SAS Timeout beige like orthopedic shoes for $5.99. These should sell for maybe 25, 30 bucks or so. And then these 2 bookends, which are really interesting, like eagle head. And I cannot tell what kind of material these are made out of. Like, it kind of sounds like metal, but I'm not sure. I don't think they're vintage or anything. There's a barcode right there. It was $3.99 for the pair, and I just thought they were pretty cool. I have no idea what they're worth, maybe 25, 30 bucks or so. So I don't know. It's better than finding nothing for sure, but I've definitely had better days at the Salvation Army. So the other day I checked my PO box and actually had 3 packages from viewers, and I opened them off camera and I meant to record them later and I totally forgot until now. I just went to the post office and I have 2 more packages here to unbox, but I want to show you guys this stuff. This knife, which actually isn't in there anymore because I used it, but this guy named Brett sent me like a wooden knife that was like engraved Harry Tornado, and I absolutely love it. So Brett, thank you so much. I'm not going to read all the letters because they're kind of long. And then a nice person named Ashley, that blew away. A nice person named Ashley sent me 2 of these Masters keychains. So Ashley, thank you so much for those. And then a guy named Michael sent me this office coffee mug. So Michael, he goes by Nakoma Finds online. So thank you so much, everybody who's ever sent me stuff, and we'll open these boxes. I think these might be Pokemon cards, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's open them up and see what we have. I was right. This first one is a Pokemon Tag Team Powers Collection box. Really, really cool. This was sent to me by my friend Caleb over at Phoenix Resale. He has a great YouTube channel, does a lot of reselling with like video game type items, and recently made a really cool video where he gave away a PS5 and Xbox Series X to a complete stranger on Facebook Marketplace, and that video went viral for him. So Caleb, awesome job with the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for sending me this. I can't wait to open it. Like, look at all this cosmic eclipse and all the different, I'm so excited. excited. So excited. Now let's open up this one, which I believe is also some Pokemon cards. And yes, we've got a Champions Path Elite Trainer box. These are super hard to find. And this was sent to me by Mike. He goes by @Pokemans_N_@ on Instagram. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate that. I'm super excited to get this box open. Looking for the Charizard, baby. I haven't put my P.O. box in the description of any of my videos lately because I felt bad that I was getting so much stuff sent, but if people ask me for my P.O. box, I do give it to them because I'm honored that so many people would be willing and just interested at all in sending me stuff for free. So thank you to everyone who's ever sent me anything. Chris Daily Refinement sent me that Vivid Voltage booster box that I opened, Phoenix Resale, and all those guys. It's really humbling that so many people want to just send me stuff for free. So I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hey Mose, did you miss me? I missed you. So even though I went to a good amount of thrift stores today, I really didn't find that much stuff to sell on eBay, but really that's just how it happens sometimes. Like I said earlier, you're not gonna find great stuff every time you go into a thrift store. You're not guaranteed to find anything when you walk into a thrift store, but to have a high success rate in finding those really good items, you just have to get out there and keep sourcing. Don't get discouraged if you go to 4 or 5 thrift stores in one day and only get 3 pairs of shoes and a hoodie. I think that's what we picked up today, and the bookends. So it was a pretty decent day. I'll take the few items I was able to find today and get those cleaned, prepped, and listed on eBay today, and then tomorrow we'll just start it all over again. That's the joy of being a full-time reseller. If you have a bad day or a slow day, you can always go to those same thrift stores the very next day, and you can usually find some brand new items that were put out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Remember, excuse me. I love you so much, but that was uncalled for. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I definitely appreciate your time tremendously. If you enjoyed this video at all, remember to hit the thumbs up button for me. I'd really appreciate it. And also hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. What are you so vocal about? Thank you guys again for watching. You're the best, and we'll catch you on the next one.